Well, what's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. All right, so maybe we have a little bit of clarification, or maybe we just have some people that are just talking because it's actually promoting their brand, which is exactly what the Dallas Cowboys do. Now, I will remind you of what we saw from Ceedee Lamb, okay? Ceedee Lamb posted this video on Instagram earlier.
On that phone call, but until then, you grind.
Ceedee Lamb, he's one of the toughest mismatches in the entire league.
There's no question mark about Ceedee Lamb.
Ceedee Lamb is going to score!
Nobody has a question. We talk about Ceedee Lamb. We say Justin Jefferson. We say Tyreek Hill. We say Ceedee Lamb. Period.
Put that bitch up, I'll handle the rest. Control what I can control. Has to be the best version of me.
All right, so here's what he posted, and my question was, what does this mean? Where are we here? You know, we saw him, of course, putting on the black Spider-Man outfit, early in the week, and trying to figure out what that meant, of course. Does that mean he's going dark, he's not playing, and so on? Well, Mike Gelfano, and I know I mispronounced his name, had this statement to make about
Ceedee Lamb and the Cowboys still trying to get this thing across the goal line here. My understanding is there's expected to be communication over the weekend between the Cowboys and Lamb's agent, Tory Dandy. Lamb has made it clear, Dandy seems to have made it clear that what they're looking for in a contract that rivals what Justin Jefferson has received, they're not there just yet. It's not just about the average per year either. It's about the guarantees, the structure, the cash flow, all that stuff. So we shall see if they can make some progress over the weekend. Meanwhile, Jamar Chase still continuing his hold in.
Interesting.
Well, as he is looking for a contract extension after 3 years playing in the NFL. Remember, Jefferson had to wait another year before he finally got his deal. Will that wind up being the case for Chase? And we're at the point now where if that's going to be the case for Chase. My kids watch that show. If that's going to be the case, that they're going to have to find a way to get him on the field and get him ready to play this season. So I think this is a monumental week coming up for Jamar Chase. And then there's Brandon Ayuk. And we are still where we were when the 49ers made an offer, was 2 weeks ago now we're coming up on, where
they're playing hardball with these receivers.
Reset it and say, hey, can we come to an agreement? Still have not come to that agreement. There's not a lot of spread between that offer and what Chase had wanted. Ayuk had wanted. My understanding is Ayuk has traveled with the team for the last preseason game, so that is perhaps a sign of good faith that he is with the team. And just like Jamar Chase, whatever's going to happen here, you got to get these guys on the field, Mike, because you don't want those hamstring injuries that a lot of times we see for guys if they're holding out or holding in and just haven't been practicing.
All right, so that's where we are. So maybe if we are to believe that, this is, to me, I said this is the monumental weekend here, because here it is. Cut downs are, coming, of course, after the games this weekend. So you're going to be looking to bring in as many players as possible. And from this moment on, in fact, it's probably already begun. You're beginning to game plan for the Cleveland Browns. And time is short. We're talking about 2 weeks and a couple of days before the Cowboys travel to Cleveland to take them on. And so it sounds like they're planning on meeting. So maybe what this message was from Ceedee Lamb is, we're going to get a lot of publicity out of this thing. Social media is king. And if I post something now while I'm in the middle of a contract dispute, it is going to go viral. It's going to be shared on all of the media platforms and everything else. And this is a good time to post something like that to increase your social media, because, of course, as I'll put it, social media is king. Maybe this was actually a good sign that, hey, we sent an offer over to you, and, give me a call and let me know what you think. In the meantime, I'm going to keep busting my ass to make sure I'm ready. Now, no word from anything from the Cowboys. It's kind of silent, as we play this big game of chicken, we're trying to see who's going to blink first. I just hope that this is another one of those cases where the Cowboys have a short memory and don't remember how they have sabotaged the team quite a few times, from all the way back to winning the Super Bowl and doing the same thing to Emmitt Smith. It didn't serve us any purpose to trying to send a message to Emmitt that, you're part of the Cowboys and a Super Bowl winning team. Well, we started out 0-2 without that guy. So here it is, the Cowboys, they kind of sabotaged themselves a few years back, where we literally started the season because they decided we're going to let go Amari Cooper. Okay, we're going to trade him for a 5th-round pick, which was crazy to begin with. That's the only compensation you got for a starting wide receiver. And then you go ahead and you let Cedric Wilson, mind you, he wasn't a big-name wide receiver, but he was your number 3 wide receiver, go as well. And then you proceeded to pay Michael Gallup a contract for a guy who literally went downhill for 2 years in a row, then tore up his knee, and it's like, no, we don't need Cedric Wilson, who was healthy. We don't need Amari Cooper. We'll pay Michael Gallup, and he wasn't ready to start the season. And you start the season with Ceedee Lamb as the only wide receiver on your roster who caught an NFL pass. And to start the season off against Tampa Bay with Cedric Wilson, not Cedric Wilson, without Cedric Wilson, with Noah Brown, Ceedee Lamb, and Dennis Houston as your starting wide receivers? Bro, are you kidding me? We can't do this thing. We have the killer part of our schedule to start it. And you can't dick around and say, we'll go ahead and we'll go through the killer part of our season with less than a 100% Ceedee Lamb on the field. It ain't, bro. You ain't got, a Saquon Barkley or anybody else back there that's going to, where you can just look and say, well, we're just going to run the ball more. You got to do something, bro. You got to do something. But tomorrow will be our last preseason game. They're back in Dallas. Training camp is over, and we're still dealing with the same stuff. We'll be talking about all of this stuff in further detail at our live stream in about an hour from now. So I hope you guys all join us then. And as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And the season is upon us, and I want to know how you feel about it. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon. Peace.